Hello, everybody.
Case number 2513658FH, People versus Beverly Jean Gotts. Ms. Gotts is here for a pretrial conference. The court has been advised that this is going to be a plea. Is that correct, Mr. Greer?
It is, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Ms. Gotts?
Yes.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear, oath, or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And Ms. Robinson, would you put the agreement on the record, please?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is that the defendant would plead within guidelines, which we estimate to be 0 to 6 months.
All right, Mr. Greer, is that your understanding as well?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Gotts, the charge that you're entering a guilty plea to reads as follows. From October 3rd, 2023 to May 4th, 2024, that you were in Denver Township, Nuevo County, State of Michigan, and that you committed the crime of larceny, $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. That you did commit the offense of larceny by stealing money that belonged to Michelle Wren, and the value of the property stolen was $1,000 or more, but less than $20,000. This is a felony which carries up to 5 years in prison and or $10,000 fine plus cost, or 3 times the value of the property stolen, whichever is greater. Do you understand count 1 and the maximum penalty?
Yes.
You have a sentencing agreement that should be sentenced to, consistent with the advisory guidelines. The prosecutor has provided an estimate of 0 to 6 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your actual guidelines could be higher or lower than that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that you would be consenting to a term of probation.
Yes, sir.
You also understand that you will be required to pay restitution.
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Robinson, do you have an estimate of the restitution?
Kind of the last estimate that we have from the victim is that it will be, I believe, just in excess of $21,000.
All right. All right, is that your complete understanding of the plea agreement, Ms. Gotts?
Yes.
Have you had sufficient time to consult with Mr. Greer about this charge and this plea agreement?
Yes, sir.
Subject to the plea agreement, how do you wish to plead? Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial of any kind?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that you're giving up certain constitutional rights and other rights you would have if you went to trial.
Yes, sir.
We've listed those rights for you on a written advice or right sheet that looks like you signed October 20th. Does that sound right?
Yes, sir.
Did you read that document?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Did you go over those with Mr. Greer?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened you to get you to make this plea?
No, sir.
Has anyone promised you an outcome different than we put on the record?
No, sir.
Are you going to do this plea of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you're giving up the right to later claim that this plea was not your choice?
Yes, sir.
You understand that I'm not bound by this plea agreement, but if I don't go along with it, you can withdraw your plea.
Yes, sir.
Do not give up your right to have a trial of any kind, all the rights that you have at that trial, and you affirm your guilty plea.
Yes, sir.
Is it true then that on or about October 3rd, 2023 to May 4th, 2024, that you were in Denver Township, Nuevo County, State of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Do you know this Michelle Wren?
Yes.
How do you know Ms. Wren?
She's my sister.
And did you steal her money?
Yes.
How much did you steal?
A lot.
What's a lot to you?
A lot is $100,
But you stole.
but I stole more.
So I'm asking you, how much do you think that you stole from your sister?
Probably 20,000.
You think at least $20,000? Is that a yes? And how did you get access to her money?
She gave me her debit card.
What were you supposed to do with the debit card?
Use it for household items, and we got appliances with it and clothing.
For her?
Yes, for both of us.
Okay. Was that with her permission?
Yes.
All right. Tell me about some of the purchases that you made that were without her permission, without her knowledge.
Drugs.
Okay. So you can use a debit card to get drugs?
To get cash from the ATM.
Okay. All right. And all right, so you misused her debit card to get cash out. Then you used it to get drugs.
Yes.
What type of drugs were you getting?
Heroin.
How long have you been a heroin addict?
About 3 years.
How'd you get started?
I got in a bad car accident and I was put on prescription pain medicine. And I was on it for about 10 years and I got cut off because of the doctors cutting people off of pain meds. And I just couldn't deal with pain and I started doing heroin.
All right. So after they cut you off from the heroin, after they cut you off from the prescription medications, was that the first time that you'd ever used heroin, or had you used heroin before that? So it was just getting off the pain meds that drove you to the heroin? Yes?
Yes,
Now, is your sister mentally and physically in good shape?
fair.
Okay, it's not like you took advantage of her dementia or
No,
anything like that. How'd you end up getting caught?
I'm not exactly sure.
Did you just check her bank account someday, go, oh man, I'm missing $20,000?
I think so. I don't know if she had a payment that bounced or,
Okay. All right. Were you living with her at the time?
yes, over a year.
Okay. What are you doing to deal with your pain now?
Just dealing with it.
Still using heroin?
No, no, sir.
You were tested today. How do you think that would turn out?
I will be clean. I will be clean. I'm taking Brixadi.
Brixadi?
Brixadi, it's like Suboxone. It's an injection. It lasts for a month at a time.
Okay. Does that deal with the pain, or does that just deal with the
A little
heroin?
bit. It deals with the pain a little bit, but it takes care of the cravings.
Okay. And that's all that would be in your system?
Yes, sir.
Well, why don't we check?
Okay.
I'm going to order you that you get a drug test today immediately. You can do that out at Accurate Screen. It's right on M37, across from Wesco and by the subway there. Do you have $35 on you? All right, the court will advance those costs for you. Now you need to go right there. If you don't go right there, the court's going to revoke your bond. If you go there and do not provide a sample within a reasonable amount of time, the court's going to revoke your bond. If you go there, take the test and test clean for anything that you, for everything that you, let me say it differently. So if you have a prescription, that's fine. But anything that, any controlled substances that you do not have a prescription for, come back to court if you test positive for any of that. If you're clean, except for your prescriptions, then you can go about your way, all right?
Okay.
Are the attorneys aware of any promises, threats, or inducements which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Is she competent to enter this plea?
As far as people are aware, Your Honor.
She is, Your Honor.
Does the clerk comply with MCR 6.302?
Court has, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
The court finds the plea to be knowing, understanding, voluntary, and accurate. I'm going to refer to the probation department for preparation of pre-sentence investigation report. We'll set sentencing for December 15th at 1:30. You just need to check in with Mr. Zurich before you leave today, and you need to go immediately to get that drug test. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's Mr. Zerk right there. I'll tell you what we need to do. We'll meet sometime this week. Okay? So talk to him and then go get the drug test. Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
This is case number 2513669FH. Mr. Messer's here for a pretrial conference. Is there an offer that people are making?
Yes, Your Honor, we indicate if the defendant enters a plea to counts 1, 2, and 5, we would cap the midpoint of the guidelines. We preliminarily score them at 0 to 17 months. Dismiss the balance of the charges.
All right, and Mr. Prysock, is that your understanding of the offer in this case?
It is, Judge.
And it looks like Mr. Messer is going to plead today, is that correct?
Yes, you will.
Is that correct, Mr. Messer? Raise your right hand, please. Raise your right hand, please.
Sorry.
You solemnly swear oath or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God.
Sir.
All right, so the charges that you're entering a guilty plea to read as follows: that on or about September 3rd, 2025, that you were in Croton Township, Nuevo County, state of Michigan. count one, resisting obstructing a police officer that you did assault, battery, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Casey Dieter, a Michigan State police trooper who that you knew or had reason to know was lawfully performing his duties. This is his or her. This is a felony which carries up to 2 years in prison and or $2,000 fine plus cost. A consecutive sentence may be imposed for another resisting obstructing arising out of the same transaction. To understand count one and the maximum penalty.
Yes, sir.
Count two is another resisting obstructing a charge that you did assault, wound, resist, obstruct, oppose, or endanger Connor Crutchfield, another Michigan State Police trooper. Again, that's a 2-year felony and or $2,000 fine plus cost. The possibility of a consecutive sentence for another resisting obstructing arising out of the same transaction. Do you understand count two and the maximum penalty? Count five is operating while intoxicated, same date, same location that you did operate a motor vehicle on 86th Street under the influence of alcoholic liquor, having a bodily alcohol content of 0.08 grams or more per 100 milliliters of blood. This is a misdemeanor which carries up to 93 days in jail and or fine not less than $100 no more than $500 plus cost and or 360 hours of community service. I can order rehabilitative programs. Vehicle immobilization is mandatory if you have a prior conviction. I can order the cost of prosecution. You understand count five and the maximum penalty. In exchange for your plea to those 3 charges, they're dismissing 4 other charges. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also have a sentencing agreement that should be sentenced to no more than the midpoint of the advisory guidelines as I score them at the time of sentencing. Do you understand that?
How long was it?
That you would receive no more than the midpoint of the advisory guidelines
Yes.
as I score them at the time of sentencing. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
The prosecution has provided an estimate of 0 to 17. Your actual guidelines could be higher or lower than that. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is that your complete understanding of the plea agreement in this case?
Yeah.
You would also be consenting to a term of probation. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Subject to the plea agreement, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Are you having difficulty understanding what I'm saying to you or what's happening in court today, sir?
No.
Okay. Is it your normal effect that you pause before answering or seem
Yeah,
a
it
little
just
bit?
takes me a minute to comprehend it. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. That's normal for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Has been since I dealt with the judge and I talked to his friend. It just takes him a little while to process.
You're not under the influence of any controlled substances or prescriptions today?
No, sir.
All right. Subject to the plea agreement, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
You understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial of any kind.
Sir.
You also understand that you're giving up the rights that you'd have at that trial.
Yes.
We listed those rights for you on the written advice of right sheet that you signed today. Did you read that document?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone threatened you to get you to make this plea?
No.
Has anyone promised you an outcome different than what we put on the record?
No, sir.
Are you making this plea of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
You understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you're giving up the right to later claim that this plea was not your choice.
Yes, sir.
You understand that I'm not bound by this plea agreement, but if I don't go along with it, you can withdraw your plea.
The judge doesn't follow the plea agreement, except to withdraw the plea if he changes everything.
Yes, possible.
That's okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what that means is, let's say that I get your pre-sentence investigation report, and I think for whatever reason that you should get more than the midpoint of the guidelines. then you wouldn't be stuck with your guilty plea. You can kind of start over. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
You now give up your right to have a trial of any kind and all the rights that you would have at that trial, and do you still want to plead guilty?
Yes.
Is it true then that back on September 3rd, 2025, that you were in Croton Township in Waco County, state of Michigan?
Sir.
Were you operating a motor vehicle on 86th Street?
Yeah.
Had you been consuming alcoholic beverages before driving?
Not before, but I did on midterm through the situation I was going on.
Okay, so you were drinking while driving the car?
No, I drinking while I was driving. Is this where I explain my side or?
Well, so, it's not against the law to drink alcohol and, after you've driven a vehicle. So I'm asking you, at some point before you were driving this car, had you consumed alcohol?
No, I actually drove to a local bar.
Okay.
I was actually going out for batteries when I did. There was a bar across the street, so I kind of moseyed on over that way. And I had a couple drinks, and then I was heading home, and I'm
Heading home how?
driving.
Okay, so you had some alcoholic beverages before you drove the car.
Okay, yes,
You drank at the bar, then you got in the car, and then you drove.
yes, sir.
Does that make sense? Okay. So how much alcohol did you have to drink at the bar?
You rum and cokes,
What's a few to you?
2 or 3.
And you had nothing alcoholic to drink before you got to this bar?
No,
Were these single or double rum and cokes?
yes.
Which one, singles or doubles?
2 singles and 1 double.
Were you feeling the effect of the alcohol that you drank?
A little bit, but I mean, I was still aware of my surroundings and whatnot.
Did you take a blood test?
At the hospital,
You know the results of that?
it's 0.15.
You accept that that was an accurate reading of your bodily alcohol content when you were driving?
If that's what it said, then I mean, that's what I gotta go. That's what, I mean, yeah.
So then in this paper, it appears like after the police pulled you over, then you got in some sort of scuffle or disagreement with them. Is that about right?
Yeah,
Tell me what happened there.
what was it, got pulled over, I got out, I'm out of the truck, I was trying to explain my situation to him and whatnot. Because before, what was it, before I got pulled over, I was coming down on, what is it? It's the main strip there, I guess, on 86th. So when I was coming down on 86, my truck died. I wasn't able to exactly get it started again, and that's when I got blue lighted. When my truck died, I was trying to get it started back up so I could turn and go on down to where I was on, because I wasn't even a quarter mile from where I was living at. And what is it? Right before I turned, that's when I got pulled over. So after that, I got out of the truck, and like I said, and I was talking to the cops at first, and then one thing led to another, and yeah, I tried to run, yes. I didn't make it very far at all. Got tackled. We rode around for a minute. I wasn't physically fighting the cops. I was just, I tensed up. And that was
Was that after they told you you were under arrest for drinking and driving?
They were doing the field test, Judge, and
yeah. In the middle of the sobriety test.
All right. So you ran away. Did they tell you to stop?
No, I just got tackled. I didn't make it far. Like I said, I made it probably 10 foot from where I was standing.
they just
That's
chased him
funny.
and tackled him.
Huh?
You think that's funny?
No, sir.
And why were you laughing?
It wasn't really a funny laugh. It was more like a nervous laugh. My apologies.
I don't think it's funny.
I wasn't.
I don't think it's funny that someone with a .15 is driving down the road and runs from the police.
Sir, I wasn't trying to be funny. I didn't try to laugh. It was a nervous smile. I just something I do when I get nervous. I'm sorry.
He's done that, Judge. He's not being disrespectful. He's done that without talking to him too. He's pretty scared.
So were there two state police troopers there? You ran from both of them, then they both jumped on you, you were kind of struggling or tussling with them. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are the attorneys aware of any promises, threats, or inducements which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge.
Is he competent to enter this plea?
Is, Your Honor.
He is.
Is the court compliant with MCR 6.302?
I have, Your Honor.
The court has.
The court finds the plea to be knowingly, voluntary, and accurate. I'm going to set the sentencing date for January 20th at 1:30. Have you been in trouble with the law before, Mr. Messer?
It has, but it's been a while.
What have you been in trouble with before?
Was on was a DUI down south,
How long ago was that?
2017.
Okay, anything else?
No, nothing other than a couple of driving on suspended. I mean, that's about it.
Are you working?
I'm working when I can. I'm actually in the process of getting all my documents back. I got my birth certificate. I'm working on getting my social security card now as we speak. I'm waiting on some forms from previous doctor's visit from down south. I have to have that mailed up here. So I'm waiting on that, and then I'll be able to go get my ID and my social security card, and I'll be able to get what I need to do, or do what I need to do, or whatever. They require 5 documents in order to get me an ID. My wallet got stolen, I had everything in mine. My social security card, my ID, and all that stuff. So I'm in the process of getting all that done. But I am doing some I am working on I'm making between probably 200 and 400 a week, roughly. So I am making a little bit but I'm just really.
Need to meet with Mr. Zurich before you leave today.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.